All right, today we're going to talk about guest teams within Assemble and how to invite external users into your Assemble projects as free guests. But not only that, even more importantly, we're going to discuss how to take Assemble and turn it into a client dashboard where you can actually present your projects in a way to your clients that is clean, simple, and enables them to see only what they need to see. So let's go ahead and jump in. Obviously, Assemble is a great collaboration tool for your internal team. You all may be familiar with it by now, but we're going to talk about how to change that to a client dashboard. And so within any of your projects here at the bottom left, you're going to see the workspace team. This is our hypothetical company block, but this will of course be whatever your company's name is. Within this is where you're going to add your teammates. These are paid users. They are your internal teammates or close collaborators. And as you can see at the top of this screen, teammates have access to all features in your workspace, meaning they can do all of the capabilities that are available on your account. But beneath that, we're going to see guest teams. And by default, there's always going to be a team here called guests. And if we click into this, we can see guests have a limited access to project features. So let's talk about that real quick. First of all, you can invite unlimited free guests to your project. There's no limit to that at all. They can do a lot within your project, but they are going to be limited. You can read the full breakdown here or in our support library if you want an in-depth breakdown. But generally, think of guests as reviewers. This is great for clients or potentially freelancers that you're working with that just need to come in and see a lightweight version of your project. So let's talk a little bit more about the unique aspects of guest team. So let's go ahead and customize these a bit. I'm going to change this first guest team to be our client. We can change the color, or we can even upload a logo, which I prefer to do to give us a little visual here. So let's go ahead and add that logo in. And then let's create another team. Let's just say we're going to be working with some editors on this project. So we've now got two guest teams. And aside from the fact that guest teams enable you to invite free guests into your project, they also enable you to completely control their experience. And what do we mean by that? Number one, think of these guest teams as buckets of users. And within each of those buckets, you're going to be able to control the permissions of what they can see within the project entirely, both within the files, the folders, and the calendar. Next important thing to keep in mind is that guest teams are unable to communicate with each other. And so this enables you to bring different groups of people into your project and not have to worry about them communicating around you. You are always the conduit. They always need to communicate through you, the workspace team, and they will not be able to communicate with each other, which we'll show you exactly how that works in the later videos in this series. So let's go ahead and get started. Just go ahead and invite our first guest. I'm just going to type in one of our sample accounts here. And we've now invited that user. They're going to receive an email saying they've been invited to this project, and they're going to be able to click that email, create an account, and join this project. One final note, let's talk quickly about custom branding. If you want to brand that experience of them receiving that email and signing up for Assemble, if you're on our Pro plan, going back to our main dashboard here, we can come up here and go into our project settings. And if we go under General here, we're going to see some custom branding settings. Number one, you'll have the ability to switch on custom branding for emails, which means when they receive that email, it's going to come with your workspace logo and your workspace name at the top of that email. Number two, it's also going to send a custom branded login and sign up page. So when they click that email, it's going to take them to a login and sign up page, which once again has your logo and your company name up at the top of it. So join us in the next video. We're going to talk a little bit more about what those guests can access and how to control the user permissions.